What's going on, everybody? So today we're talking about Wonder Woman 84. So before we get into that, go ahead and hit the subscribe as always. Thanks for all the support, all that good stuff. Drop a comment. So Wonder Woman 1984 or 84, it is pure garbage. I'm gonna say it to you, real live and uncut. This movie was garbage. Why? I'll break it down. There will be spoilers, so warning, there's spoilers, and I am going to talk about the movie. So if you don't want to, go ahead and get out, but I'm going to get right to the point. So I'm going to try to break it down as much as I can, not into too much details, but just the main highlights of why this movie is very cringe-worthy. I'll tell you. It's not a woke film, it's not none of that, so that's a good thing. And coming from somebody that I'm pretty picky with movies and stuff like that, I thought this movie was going to be good, but it is completely shit. And Patty Jenkins as the director, amazing woman and all that good stuff, but when it comes to the film, I'm glad Warner Brothers did not, I repeat, did not get in the way, and they didn't bother, like they didn't step on her feet. And it shows that as a director and writer that she did on this movie, it was shit. It was literally garbage. The story goes off script too much. It's too many things going on. It's very confusing. The character, like, you have too much development. You just have too much going on, and the movie drags. There is not a lot of Wonder Woman action. You only see her in the beginning, like sometime in the beginning, dressed as Wonder Woman. The mall scene. You see her in the trailer where you see her like fighting some dudes on like some some tanks and shit like that. But and then towards the end when she fights Cheetah, those are pretty much the only scenes you see Wonder Woman in. And when she fights with the armor, but still it's with Cheetah. And clearly the director had no idea what she was doing. She was just like putting it together, and clearly you can see is like, well, let's see if this works. Let's see if that works. Complete mess. And a lot of people that are like sugarcoating it and making it, oh, this movie's really good, and this, no, it's not. It's a piece of shit. It is what it is. But people are kissing asses, and but whatever. So breaking it down, Kristen Wiig as Cheetah, amazing. When she's as Cheetah, when she's that Minerva, the character, it's just very cheesy, man. She's just very cheesy. I get it. It takes place in the 80s. It should have never taken place in the 80s. It should have just been a modern take and continue where we left off. Um, Chris Pine, he's just Steve Trevor. This dude is like, I don't even know why they brought him on. He was just unnecessary. You didn't need to bring him, and he just out of nowhere just comes out. So Wonder Woman, she's seeing and most of the time focuses on Diane. Um, it's just, I don't even know. It's just too much going on in this shitty film. But through her eyes, she makes a wish that but you don't hear her, but you can just as the film develops, you see what happens. So she pretty much makes a wish on this, like, I don't know, some type of stone or whatever, and next thing you know, um, I don't know. It's just she wished for him to come back, and dude comes back. He all of a sudden appears, but it's really another guy, and she sees him only. So it's like a, I don't know if you want to say Shallow Hal type of thing, or there's another movie that's like that. But she just sees through her eyes him, and completely, like, that's the only reason why he's in the film. So in other words, it's like her love is still there for him, even though all these years have passed and he's dead. So whatever, that's that. And then the cheated girl, that she's like completely Minerva, like, she's a mess because it's very cheesy, and like all the scenes they try so hard to make it funny and to like make it feel like you're in the 80s. It wasn't necessary. We didn't need none of that. And like this dude Pedro Pascal, Maxwell Lord, he plays a good role, but dude is the Trump of this movie. Like, it's not about that. Literally, they try to put it to the part where it's like he portrays the character like if he was a Trump, and it's like, that's crazy. Why are they even like bringing that into these movies? We don't want to see that. We want to see like kicking ass, like these characters and whatnot. And dude is like obsessed with like power, and in other words, the moral of the story of the what I got from Wonder Woman is like greed, because he'll grant you whatever wish you want, like a genie, and dude becomes the stone that he's like, oh, I wish to be as powerful as you. So he gets that wish, and he starts taking everything. Like, dude's about to take us to World War III, like nuclear wars, and completely like the world's going into complete annihilation. So then Wonder Woman, good old, Gal Gadot. Um, so all of a sudden, like through the power of friendship, things just all of a sudden reverse, and dude's about to like destroy the whole world, and then she's like, "Well, think about your son," and it's like he starts seeing his son because the son made a wish, like, "Oh, daddy, I want you back," and pretty much when you make a wish, it is like the monkey's paw. It takes what you wish for something. Oh, I want to be famous. It'll give you the fame, but it's gonna take something close to you, and it starts showing and all that stuff. But it's just like completely a mess. Cheetah doesn't appear until towards the end of the film, and when you get the fight scene, it's like, oh, okay, good. This is gonna get good now. All of a sudden, like I kid you not, that scene was like probably like maybe like 5 minutes, and it's like the fight scene was good and everything, but it's really cheesy because special effects, you could tell they were like on a low budget, and like the armor, like she just out of nowhere pulls out the armor, and the way she explains it is because of some history of the lady that had it. She sacrificed herself, and pretty much she for some reason ends up having the armor, like wrapped up in some cloth right there in her like closet or something, and it just doesn't build up to why she wears the armor. I mean, yeah, she's losing powers because the cheetah chick, she ends up wishing to be like Wonder Woman, strong, sexy. In other words, she wants to be her, so that's her wish, and that's why she becomes, like Cheetah with strength and all these powers that she doesn't even. They don't even explain how she becomes like. They don't even say why all of a sudden it's a cheetah out of everything. Like I was thinking she was gonna get injected by something, some type of animal or something. No, she's just all of a sudden just random. She's a cheetah, and completely you have like Gal through the whole film is just she's in her feelings, deep in her feelings, and it's like, yo, where's the badass Wonder Woman that was in with Zack Snyder when he made Batman versus Superman? She was serious. That was Wonder Woman, a warrior. This one, she completely became like, yo, they softened her up. It was like the whole movie's like, oh, the world's too violent. I don't like guns. She literally says that. She cracks a gun, like breaks it, and she's like, I don't like guns. I'm like, yo, like this is whack. It's like, what have they done? And it could have been a better film. It really was. To me, it's a 3 out of 10. Like it's just I like the music. Don't get me wrong, the score is good because there's a part when she's talking, Wonder Woman, that she's trying to reason with this Maxwell guy at the end. Like, oh, reason, come to your senses. Like don't destroy the world. Think about something you love, and then through the power of friendship, all of a sudden dude thinks about his son, and then his son's running around about to get destroyed by some like missile or whatever, and like he's like, oh, I reversed my wish. So if you reverse the wish, then it doesn't happen. You gain everything back, and he just all of a sudden gets it, and he's with his son, and he tells his son that he's not a loser and he's a liar, and all this, that he is a loser and that he's a liar, and just pretty much just like completely like it's just, oh, it's so horrible, and it's just words can't describe it, but it's not worth it. I'm glad I didn't watch it. That I didn't watch it in the theaters and I didn't pay for it. Saw it on HBO Max, so through a friend and all that. But wow, I feel bad. I mean, I don't know what's the future of Wonder Woman, but if they do decide to make Wonder Woman 3, they should go ahead. So Warner Bros., if anybody of you are watching or anybody from HBO Max, listen close. Bring Zack Snyder back for Wonder Woman 3. Let him do it. Let him finish it and complete the trilogy. Let the man do what he has to do. Don't get in the way. Let him just do his last film with Wonder Woman, because technically he's the one that he selected her, and he was part of it and all this good stuff. So I would love to see Zack Snyder come back and finish Wonder Woman 3 if they end up doing it. But it's really hard to say because the movie is such a fail for me. That's just me. I know some of you guys are gonna like it and all that stuff. That's good, cool for you. And coming from a person, yo, Birds of Prey was better than this shit, honestly. And Birds of Prey was a straight up, woke SJW type of film. But this one was just like, yo, there's no action, and the action you get like literally is like quick. and it's just a love story. Honestly, it's just a bullshit love story, and the trailer is more better than what you actually see in the film. I'm being like that real. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it, and then come back and drop a comment and be like, "Yo, you, you weren't kidding about that," or probably you have that bitter taste, and you're just like, whatever, man. You enjoyed it, good for you. But me personally, that movie was garbage, man. And they should have never released this movie. They should have just said, "Yo, let's rethink it. It's not ready. Fans are not gonna like this," and it is what it is. What's done is done, and the score keeps dropping on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's sad because it's like, wow, is this the future of DC films? Because if it is, like, I don't even want to see anything anymore like that. I'm just looking forward towards that Zack Snyder Justice League, and go back to the tone of what it used to be, dark. Stop trying to be like Disney and Marvel. Stop trying to make things so like, oh, everything has to be light and bright. No, man, just keep it as it is. It's Detective Comics. Keep it dark like you guys always do. And I'm sure it'll do good. Look how Joker did. To the day of the day. And it's sad though, but I just want to give my thought about that. It's a piece of shit movie, and I don't suggest it to watch it. Honestly, I'm not hating or anything. So if you want thumbs down, that's fine. I'm not saying go ahead and not to and this and that, but just I don't recommend it. You want to watch it, one of those like, hey, you can watch it for free, go for it. If not, just go ahead and spend your money. I'm glad I did it. But as always, go ahead and subscribe, drop a comment, all that good stuff, and until next time.